In the bustling heart of the city, where dreams mingled with the cacophony of honking horns and hurried footsteps, lived a girl named Lily. She was the kind of person who blended into her surroundings, often unnoticed amidst the vibrant tapestry of urban life. With chestnut hair pulled back into a messy bun and oversized glasses perched on her nose, she radiated an unpretentious charm that drew people in without her even trying. Balancing a part-time job at a local cafe and night classes at the community college, Lily worked hard to carve out her own path. Her days began early, brewing coffee for bleary-eyed commuters before slipping into lectures on marketing and business management. Despite her modest circumstances, she held on to dreams of making it big. She envisioned herself as a professional in the very industry she studied, someone who could transform ideas into impactful realities. Lily's life had always been structured around her goals, yet there was something wonderfully chaotic about it. She thrived on spontaneity that came from helping others. Whether it was lending an ear to a friend or assisting a lost tourist, she found joy in little acts of kindness that made the city feel less daunting. However, beneath this selfless exterior lay a gnawing anxiety about her future. The upcoming interview at a prestigious marketing firm loomed large in her mind, promising to be a significant step toward fulfilling her aspirations. Despite all her preparation and hope for success, Lily remained blissfully unaware of the twists fate had in store for her. As she navigated through the crowded streets, excitement bubbled within her, but so did anxiety for what lay ahead. Little did she know that today's journey would not only test her resolve but also lead to an encounter that would change everything. The day of the interview dawned bright and clear, the sun filtering through Lily's window as if to spotlight her moment. She had been preparing for weeks, poring over company profiles and practicing responses to potential questions in front of her bathroom mirror. The prestigious marketing firm had a reputation for being selective, and Lily felt a mix of excitement and anxiety that churned within her like a storm. After a quick breakfast, she slipped into her carefully chosen outfit, a tailored blazer paired with a simple blouse and pencil skirt that struck the perfect balance between professionalism and her personal style. As she looked at herself in the mirror one last time, she straightened her glasses and whispered an encouraging mantra, "You've got this, Lily." Her heart raced with anticipation, but she reminded herself of the countless hours spent studying marketing trends and honing her skills. On her way to the firm's sleek high-rise building, she replayed each detail in her mind, how she would present herself, the projects she wanted to highlight from her portfolio, and how her passion for marketing could contribute to their goals. The city bustled around her, commuters hurried past, each lost in their own worlds. Yet in that moment, Lily felt uniquely alive as every step brought her closer to potentially changing her life. As she approached the entrance, nerves clawed at her confidence. She took a deep breath, smoothing down the fabric of her blazer while glancing at the imposing glass facade reflecting the morning sun. Inside, an elegant lobby awaited, bustling with other hopeful candidates. Some were confidently engaged in conversation while others fidgeted with papers or checked their watches. Lily's heart raced as she navigated through the sea of polished shoes and sharp suits. This was it, the opportunity she had always dreamed of, and it both thrilled and terrified her. Just as she was about to collect herself before stepping into the interview room, an unexpected detour lay ahead that would change everything. As Lily approached the towering glass facade of the marketing firm, the bustle of the city surrounded her like a living organism, each person moving with purpose and intent. Just as she was about to step through the revolving doors, her attention was drawn to a man standing a few paces away, noticeably out of place amidst the polished crowd. He wore an impeccably tailored suit that hinted at sophistication, yet his expression betrayed confusion and distress. His brows were furrowed as he fumbled with his phone, glancing around as if searching for an answer in the chaos swirling around him. Lily felt a tug of empathy. Something about his disheveled demeanor made her pause. "Excuse me," she ventured, stepping closer. "Are you all right?" The man looked up, relief flooding his features. "I'm trying to find Montgomery and Company, but I think I've lost my way." His voice was deep and slightly accented, adding an air of charisma to his appearance. Lily noticed how he seemed to hold a quiet intensity, as if he carried more than just physical burdens. "I can help you get there," she offered without hesitation, glancing at her watch but feeling compelled to assist this clearly overwhelmed stranger. "Really? That would be amazing," he replied with genuine gratitude. As they began walking together, she learned that he was visiting from out of town for a crucial meeting and had become disoriented in the unfamiliar landscape. Lily guided him through the bustling streets while listening attentively as he shared snippets about his work and ambitions. Despite her own nerves bubbling beneath the surface regarding her impending interview, she found herself enjoying their conversation. The hectic city seemed to fade away for a moment as they connected over shared dreams and aspirations, unbeknownst to her. This brief encounter would lead to unforeseen consequences that would alter both their lives forever. As they walked, Lily sensed the man's tension ease slightly as he shared bits of his background. "I've been working in marketing for over a decade now," he confessed, a hint of pride creeping into his voice. "But moving to a new city always throws me off. It's like I have to relearn everything." His vulnerability resonated with her. She felt a kinship in their shared struggles as aspiring professionals. "Don't worry, it happens to the best of us," Lily replied with an encouraging smile. "You're not alone in feeling overwhelmed. The city can be daunting." She navigated them through the buzz of pedestrians and honking cars, pointing out landmarks along the way to distract him from his earlier distress. Lily's mind briefly drifted back to her own interview, the ticking clock on her phone reminding her that time was slipping away. However, as much as she was aware of her responsibilities, her instinct to help someone in need overshadowed her urgency. She felt it was important to offer support, even if it meant risking her own opportunity. "Right over there is Montgomery and Company," she said, gesturing toward a sleek modern building adorned with glass and steel just ahead. "You'll find it hard to miss." Relief flooded his expression as they approached the entrance, and for a moment, he looked as though he had just stepped onto solid ground after being adrift at sea. "Thank you so much," he said earnestly, pausing to look into her eyes. "I'm grateful for your kindness. Most wouldn't have taken the time." Lily beamed at his words, feeling warmth spread through her chest. "It was no trouble at all. Best of luck with your meeting." As he turned to enter the building, their brief encounter sealed with an understanding smile. Little did Lily know that this moment of compassion would weave their destinies together in ways she could never have imagined. As the man thanked her and turned towards the sleek entrance of Montgomery and Company, a sudden wave of realization washed over Lily. She glanced at her phone, her stomach dropping as she saw the time glaring back at her. Her interview had started nearly 15 minutes ago. The thrill of the encounter quickly morphed into a gnawing sense of dread. "Why did I help him?" she muttered under her breath, frustration bubbling up inside her. She had tried to be kind, to be the person who lent a hand without hesitation, only now it felt like an act of folly. The weight of disappointment settled on her shoulders like a heavy coat, and she began retracing her steps in her mind. Every moment spent talking to the man had cost her precious minutes. As she stood there for a heartbeat longer, uncertainty flooded in. She imagined herself walking into that interview, confidence soaring as she shared her ideas, but now that vision was irreparable. What would the panel think of her tardiness? Would they even consider rescheduling after this? The paths of ambition she had carefully laid out seemed to crumble with every anxious thought. Lily took a deep breath, trying to steady herself against the rising tide of self-reproach. Perhaps helping someone in need was part of who she was. Yet, in that moment, it felt like an expensive mistake. The city around her hummed with life as people bustled forward with their own purposes. It felt starkly isolating for Lily. Determined not to let this compassion-defined moment define her future entirely, she decided to take a step forward. Maybe there was still time to salvage what was left of today. Spurred by hope rather than defeat, she recalibrated her thoughts and headed toward the firm's entrance once more, ready to face the consequences wherever they may lead. As Lily stood outside Montgomery and Company, torn between her disappointment and the remnants of hope, she watched the man step confidently through the glass doors. Just as he crossed the threshold, a voice behind her called out, jolting her from her thoughts. "Lily, there you are." It was Claire, a fellow candidate who had been waiting for their group interview. Her tone was a mix of concern and relief as she rushed toward her. "I was starting to worry. I thought you'd bailed on us." Lily felt a flush of embarrassment wash over her. I lost track of time while helping someone," she admitted, glancing back at the entrance where the man had just disappeared. "You helped someone?" Claire raised her eyebrows in surprise, then chuckled gently. "You'll never guess what just happened. That man you were talking to is actually the new CEO of Montgomery and Company. He's been visiting from headquarters and was supposed to be in that meeting with the panel right now." The realization hit Lily like a thunderclap. She recoiled slightly as Claire continued speaking about how they'd all heard stories about the CEO's reputation for valuing compassion in business, a principle he'd woven into every fiber of the company culture. "What? No way," Lily breathed, disbelief washing over her. The stranger who had seemed so ordinary was, in fact, a powerful figure capable of making decisions that could impact lives. The missed interview suddenly took on an entirely new significance. This wasn't just any opportunity lost. It had been an encounter with someone who embodied everything she aspired to be in her career. Her heart raced anew, not just from anxiety, but now also from possibility. What if? The thought hung tantalizingly in the air as Lily took a deep breath, determination igniting within her. Maybe today was not finished after all. Perhaps this twist was merely the beginning of something bigger than she had ever imagined. A week after their unexpected meeting, Lily received an email from Montgomery and Company that made her heart race. Subject: invitation for a second interview. The body of the message expressed appreciation for her initiative and kindness shown to a visitor, a spontaneous act that stood out in the corporate world. As she read through the email, she felt a familiar flutter of hope, but this time, it was accompanied by a sense of clarity. The CEO, whose name she had learned from Claire's excited chatter, wanted to meet her directly. His note described how rare it was to find genuine kindness in the competitive landscape he navigated daily, a landscape often marked by ambition overshadowing empathy. He valued the qualities Lily demonstrated and believed those traits could significantly contribute to the company's culture. During the second interview, as Lily sat across from him in a sleek conference room adorned with contemporary art, his charisma immediately put her at ease. "I must say," he began, his demeanor friendly yet professional, "the way you helped me last week spoke volumes about who you are. In my position, I encounter countless driven individuals, but finding someone with your authenticity is rare." Lily felt a warmth flood through her at his praise. Here was a powerful figure who appreciated her character over mere qualifications or polished resumes. They discussed aspirations and dreams, their conversation flowing easily as he posed thoughtful questions about her vision for marketing strategies and the importance of building genuine connections, a value he clearly held dear. In that moment, Lily realized how different this experience was from what she had anticipated. This wasn't just an interview. It felt like a collaborative exchange rooted in shared values. The contrast between the cutthroat corporate environment she had braced herself for and this authentic connection stirred something inside her. Perhaps in this space, kindness and ambition could coexist harmoniously, offering both personal fulfillment and professional growth. After the second interview, the CEO suggested they continue their conversation over coffee at a nearby cafe, a charming little place tucked between high-rise buildings, filled with the aroma of freshly brewed beans. As they settled into a cozy corner, the atmosphere buzzed with laughter and the clinking of cups, dissolving any lingering tension from their earlier discussion. "So, what drew you to marketing?" he asked, his curiosity genuine as he sipped his cappuccino. Lily smiled, grateful for his interest. "It's the intersection of creativity and strategy that fascinates me. I love the idea of crafting stories that resonate with people while also achieving tangible results. It's like solving a puzzle," she explained, her passion evident in her animated gestures. He nodded, completely engaged. "I can relate to that. Navigating this industry can feel like a tightrope walk sometimes. Balancing innovative ideas while hitting profit margins is always daunting." The warmth in his eyes suggested he understood both sides of the struggle. As they continued to share their experiences in the marketing world, Lily felt an unexpected bond growing between them. "But have you ever felt lost?" she ventured cautiously. "It's challenging to maintain your vision amidst all the pressure." A contemplative look crossed his face as he leaned back in his chair. "Absolutely. In this city, with its relentless pace and expectations, it's easy to lose sight of what really matters, both personally and professionally." His honesty struck a chord within her heart. "Sometimes it's hard not to get caught up in comparison," Lily admitted softly. "Seeing everyone else striving for success can make you feel inadequate." "You're not alone in that," he said gently. "The key is finding your own path and defining success on your own terms." In that moment, Lily realized they were not just two professionals exchanging pleasantries. They were two souls navigating life's complexities together. The connection deepened as they spoke openly about their hopes for the future and the challenges they faced in a bustling city, forging a relationship rooted in shared understanding and mutual respect, one that would shape her destiny in ways she had yet to discover. As their conversation continued, Lily could sense the CEO weighing his next words carefully. The cafe buzzed around them, but in that moment, it felt like they were completely isolated within a bubble of mutual understanding and respect. After a brief silence, he leaned forward, his expression earnest. "Lily," he began, "I want to be honest with you. While I initially wanted to bring you on for a marketing role, after our discussions and seeing how you approach challenges, I believe there's more potential in you than conventional qualifications would suggest." Her heart raced at the unexpected praise. "Thank you," she replied softly, unsure of where this was heading. I'm actually looking for someone to help spearhead a new initiative, something that combines marketing strategy with community engagement," he explained, his enthusiasm palpable. "It's a bit unconventional, but I think your unique perspective and genuine nature could make a real impact." Lily blinked, processing the implications of his words. "You mean an opportunity to interview for this position?" She struggled to keep her voice steady, excitement bubbling beneath her calm facade. "Exactly," he affirmed, smiling at her astonishment. "I know it might be outside your comfort zone, but I can see that you have the creativity and heart needed to drive this project forward. You're not just another candidate. You have something special." The warmth of his confidence enveloped her as she considered his words. This wasn't merely a job offer. It was an invitation to step into a role where she could infuse her values into her work, something she had longed for amid the corporate grind. "I'd love the chance to explore that further," she replied, her voice now infused with determination. "Great. Let's set up a time for you to meet with my team," he said eagerly. As they discussed next steps, Lily felt an exhilarating shift within herself. She was no longer just chasing dreams. She was being given an opportunity to create them. In that moment, everything changed as she embraced the promise of a future filled with potential and purpose. As Lily left the cafe, her mind buzzed with excitement and uncertainty. The CEO's offer lingered in her thoughts, illuminating a path she had never considered before. She had always envisioned herself entering the corporate world through conventional means, climbing the ladder one rigorous interview at a time. But now, faced with an opportunity that integrated her passion for community engagement, she felt a stirring within her that challenged everything she believed about success. Walking through the vibrant streets of the city, she reflected on how this unexpected turn had unfolded. On one hand, she cherished her original plans. They were safe, predictable, and aligned with how she had been conditioned to think about career advancement. Yet as she weighed them against the new prospect, a part of her yearned for something more, something authentic. "What if I take this leap?" she pondered silently. "What if I step outside my comfort zone and embrace this unconventional role?" The thought ignited an internal conflict. Would it be foolish to abandon the carefully laid groundwork for a chance to explore unknown territories? But as she replayed their conversation in her mind, the way he spoke about values and genuine impact, she realized that perhaps success didn't have to be defined by others' standards. Instead, it could be about creating meaningful connections and pursuing endeavors that resonated with her core beliefs. With each step, Lily began to shed her doubts like autumn leaves falling from trees. The weight of expectation lifted slightly as she envisioned herself working on projects that not only appealed to her career ambitions but also allowed her to make a positive difference in people's lives. By the time she reached home, Lily felt transformed. This moment was not just an offer but an invitation to rediscover herself amidst the chaos of urban life. Embracing this new direction represented more than just career growth. It symbolized her journey towards self-fulfillment and authenticity in a world that often demanded conformity. Standing at the threshold of her apartment, Lily took a moment to breathe deeply, letting the weight of the day's revelations settle within her. With each inhale, she imagined drawing in the hope that had begun to bloom during her conversation with the CEO. Today was not just another day. It was a turning point that promised new beginnings and unexpected adventures. Determined to embrace this opportunity with open arms, she reflected on the countless times she had doubted herself, felt inadequate, or followed a rigid path dictated by societal expectations. Now, with the prospect of a role that harmonized her passion for marketing and community impact, she felt a surge of empowerment wash over her. The fear of stepping away from her original plans began to fade, replaced by an invigorating excitement for what lay ahead. Lily picked up her notebook from the table where she'd jotted down aspirations and dreams. Flipping through its pages, she noticed how many ideas had been cast aside due to self-doubt or fear of failure. But now she felt ready to rewrite those narratives. The words authenticity and impact resonated deeply within her, and she knew this was her chance to create a career defined by her values rather than just conventional milestones. As she prepared for bed that night, a sense of anticipation tingled in her veins. This journey would not be without challenges, but she was ready to face them head-on. With each decision made from here on out, Lily would navigate her path not just as an employee seeking success, but as an individual pursuing fulfillment and purpose. Tomorrow would bring the first meeting with the team at Montgomery and Company, and with it, a chance to contribute meaningfully to something larger than herself. She closed her eyes with a smile, cradling the hope of new beginnings, ready to turn the page into this vibrant chapter of her life, a chapter filled with possibility, growth, and the promise of making a difference in both her own life and the lives of others. As Lily embarked on her new journey, she couldn't help but reflect on how a single act of kindness had set this transformative path in motion. Helping a stranger, a decision made in the moment without expectation of reward, had rippled through the fabric of her life, leading to unforeseen opportunities that had the power to alter not just her own destiny, but potentially the lives of others around her. The bustling city streets had always felt overwhelming, filled with ambitions and dreams that often clashed with the harsh realities of competition and self-doubt. Yet, in that split second when she chose to divert from her planned course to assist someone in need, she had unknowingly embraced a profound principle: that compassion can forge connections that open doors to new beginnings. Now, as she prepared for her upcoming role at Montgomery and Company, Lily held on to this lesson tightly. She recognized that success was not solely measured by titles or financial gain. Instead, it was found in authenticity, meaningful relationships, and the impact one could have on their community. This realization fueled her commitment to approach her work with intention, to blend creativity with purpose, and to inspire others along the way. With every new project and collaboration, Lily understood that her journey of growth would be deeply intertwined with her capacity for kindness. She envisioned a workplace where employees thrived not just as individuals chasing personal success, but as a cohesive team united by shared values and goals. As she stepped into her new role, Lily carried with her the belief that one simple act, whether it's offering guidance to someone who seems lost or championing causes that resonate with her values, could spark profound change. The world was vast and full of potential for good, and she felt ready to explore it with an open heart, knowing that each decision made with kindness could create waves of transformation beyond what she could ever foresee.